My name is Jacqueline Mukakund. I'm a young entrepreneur based in Rwanda. I'm co-founder and chief marketing officer at Westazon. A bit about my background. I started my entrepreneurship journey when I was still in the university. So I believe it was a very hard process, but it was the right time to start my entrepreneurship journey. I think by the starting our entrepreneurship journey, it was just came around like an idea with one of my teammates where we just visualize what's the problem happening based on our experiences, life experiences, and we decided to start right away to solve an issue which was happening around us. And starting our journey in the university, it was a good moment because we had like a backup support in terms of facilitators, in terms of supporting students, in terms of what you can be able to receive when you are in university, either in the clubs, entrepreneurship clubs, or everywhere else. So yeah, basically that's how the idea came out. The problem what they're solving is that there is different perspective to look around. As I said, based on life experience, based on the empathy, and being able to listen to what's really happening around your community. Maybe giving a little bit example, like for us, we came up with an idea when we were working on the campaign in Musanze, where we're working with Samsung Engineering Company in the correction of plastic waste. In that moment, one of our friends occurred an accident on the landfill, and that's the time we started to think deeper, like why there is still waste management issues. And when we did our own Google research, we found that around the world there is a generation of more than 2.1 billion of municipal solid waste, and waste management is still an issue, or especially in Africa. So for us, as a way to find out what we can be able to offer to the community by empathize with the accident one of our friends faced with, that's the time we started to say, okay, how can we involve technology in waste management? So basically that's how we started our journey. So I would say that the problem we'll be solving is first of all to look at life experience, what's happening around your community, empathize, and also look at geographical space. If you are going to bring the solution, is it really going to be the solution you're going to bring in the community? Is it even abroad of Rwanda or even your community? Is it going to support larger community as possible? And is it persistent, right? So that's all the things to check about. Is it marketable? Is it really understandable? So basically that's what we looked around. For us, it was life experience, and we believed it would be also supporting not only Rwanda but also Africa. Coming with an idea which addressing the problem, basically it's not the first time to hear it about it, but also as I said, the reason why also starting as early at young age as possible is that you get to also to learn from school, like what's the process. But what for us we did, it's ideation process. We did ideation process, but further of that, we did a market research. We went at the field, we met with people. We did observation to see how is the current waste management system in Rwanda. How is the waste management system in Europe? How is waste management in USA? And what's the gap happening? By visualizing all of those questions, and you go with doing even 5 whys to understand, okay, if this is the problem, what's the cause of it? What's the root cause of it? By going through the process, with doing your market research and ideation process, it's helped you to come up with the right solution, because you also took time to listen to the stakeholders, especially to also people who are having the same problem in the community. So basically that's what we did. For us, we did ideation, and we went to the market, to the field, and we did a market research. The main process obviously is iteration and keep doing prototype. If you come up with your solution and you find a way, okay, maybe giving a little bit example about ourselves, we designed like Westazon app which connect recycling actors and waste producers, where if you have we started with focusing on electronic waste at the moment and plastics. So let's say if you have your laptops or phones which are no longer in use and you believe that they are still useful, you can be able to sell it to other people who are in need of it. So for us, we come up with technological application which connect the trading system of recyclers and manufacturers and also waste producers. So basically, come up with an application. We took time to go to the market. That's what I call iteration or prototype. Like to keep doing the prototype to make sure that the product you are creating, I would say it's human-centered design. It's really matched with the customer's needs. It's really matched with how it's your product is friendly, useful to the community. So by repetitively taking a prototype, the people give you the feedbacks, and those feedback you implement until you reach the stage where people feel like your product is really beneficial for us. Thank you so much for having me.